KMT Degree College. Now I'm going to speak about a topic, action speaks louder than words. I think this is one of the old proverbs, but practically is one of the proverbs I think all the professionals, especially people who are looking into corporates, need to really understand about it. If you look at it, even if you take this proverb in your personal life or professional life, it is very important to understand the real meaning of this. The reason is, it is very easy for everyone, to speak about so many things, because it is easy to give a word, but really to put that into action, there is a lot of dedication, hard work and commitment that is required. So you might boost up by saying so many things, but I would say that would be like a bubble, because it is tend to burst anytime, because if you don't prove it by actions. So when you are talking about anything, either in your personal life or in professional life, it is important you need to understand the implications of those words before you speak. So I would advise anyone to put the actions in first, and then you do not speak anything about it, because the result itself will give you the, probably the words that you wanted to talk about anything that you have done. So for example, even if you take in your personal life, you might commit so many things to your family. Okay, that could be any family commitment. But however, rather speaking that you are going to do something to the family, if you really do it and prove it by your actions, they take it more affectionately than just giving them the words. It also implies on the workplace as well. For example, we see, because you still did not go to the workplace first, even if you look at the current scenario in the college, when students come down to the admissions, so we counsel them, try to understand what are the goals that they really want to do. So they speak about so many things. The reason they speak is they are actually primarily looking at getting an admission into the college. So they actually speak up so many things that I'm going to do this, I'm actually really working towards this, because their primary objective is to just get an admission into the college. But then slowly they forget about what they spoke about, right? And then they will never put them into action. Loser here, because they will be the biggest losers, because when they don't put them into actions, that means they are not having that attitude to work hard. That is more important. So I'm not saying that everyone does the same, but mostly I see that most of them do that. So I would advise everyone that it is important that before you speak, you understand the process to implement that, and you understand the ways that you can really do that. Have you done that, or have you actually visualized the process to do that? And then only you have to speak about it. Or the best way I would say is you need not speak about it. You can just probably, So what I mean to say is, in fact, why they say that action speaks louder than words. Because though the process might be delayed, but the everlasting effect that the actions can have can never match a word. So probably because that's going to stick with people when you prove it by actions. Your words, will vanish off any time, because if you don't really deal with that. So either in personal life or in professional life, it is very important to understand that action speaks louder than words. Thank you very much.
Courage to think different, courage to invent, courage to travel into an unexplored path, courage to discover the impossible, courage to combat the problems and succeed are the unique qualities of the youth. As a youth of my nation, I will work with courage to achieve success in all the missions.
Hi sir, we want to take an interview from you about our topic, action speaks louder than the words. How do you believe in this, sir?
Yes, actually, when I heard this particular statement in my life earlier, Suddenly I didn't believe. Generally this is true when somebody speaks something, it's very difficult to immediately catch what exactly it is. But down the line, I have many experiences with this particular phrase. Like I can share with you some very recent example that, see, whenever my son eats the chocolates, biscuits, and all the trash, I ask him to just drop it in the dustbin. But he never take the words always. So what I do is whenever he just throw the trash here and there, I'll just try to collect in front of him. I just make sure that he is observing me, and then I'll just throw this trash in the dustbin. After that, he adapted that thing with me. Earlier, when I said something like you have to put it in that, but he didn't take it. But when I did it in the practice, obviously, whenever now what he is doing is whenever he eats something, obviously he will he collect all the things and he will throw in the dustbin. That's absolutely where I just these kind
So
of
you believe in
examples.
it, son?
Yeah, I do believe in this statement. Even many experiences had. This is the best experience I had with my son.
Okay.
Even in as in my profession, when I teach my students, even in my classes also, many times I use many video visuals and all that, because when I speak something may not be reaching them perfectly. So then when I show something which is with the actions, then obviously that will register in the mind. This is a psychological aspect, even when some actions actually register very well in the mind of the people. So in that way, it's true that obviously the action speaks more than the words.
Thank you, sir.
Words can be twisted into any shape. Promises can be made to lull the heart and seduce the soul. In the final analysis, words mean nothing. They are labels we give things in an effort to wrap our puny little brains around their underlying natures. When 99% of the time the totality of the reality is an entirely different beast, the wisest man is a silent one. Examine his actions, judge him by them. Actions speak louder than words.